So, the students, welcome to today's class. The topic of today's class is the Wronskian. Wronskian is the method by which we can find out whether a function is linear dependent or a linear independent. So, we can find out by using the Wronskian. So, by definition, what is Wronskian? The Wronskian of n function y1x, y2x up toynx. So, Wronskian of this n function is denoted by Wronskian w of x. Wronskian of w to the w of x, or we can write w of number of function y1, y2, yn, and function of x, and is defined by the determinant. So, Wronskian is always defined by the determinant. Say w of y1, y2, yn, that is Wronskian of this function, or we can write w of x equal to determinant the functions. First row is the function y1, y2 up to yn, the total number of function. Then in the second row, the first derivative of this function. This is y1 dash, y2 dash up to yn dash, and like this y1 n minus 1, that is yn minus 1 times of y1, y2 up to yn. So this determinant is called Wronskian of the function, right? For simplicity, we can understand by taking two simple functions, say given two function f and g, then the Wronskian of f and g is the determinant. So Wronskian of with w of x or w. So first of these two functions, determinant of these two functions f and g. Then the first derivative of these two functions, that is f dash and g dash, and expanding the determinant f into z dash minus g into f dash. So we write w or w Wronskian of f and g. These are two functions, or w of x, right? For simply, we can take two functions and Wronskian can be like this. Okay, so how can we find a Wronskian? That is, for example, we are finding the Wronskian of two functions. First one is cos x and sin x. So use determinant. First function cos x, second function sin x, and the derivative of these two functions. Derivative of cos x equal to minus sin x, and sin x equal to cos x. Expanding cos x square x plus sin square x equal to 1. Similarly, if we take the Wronskian of e to the power x into x e to the power x, by same process, after calculating or expanding this determinant of second order, we are finding e to the power 2x. These are the examples of linearly independent pairs of the solution of the differential. Why linearly independent? Because Wronskian of these two functions is not equal to 0. This is e to the power twice x and this is 1. Both are not equal to 0. So these two functions are called linearly independent, right? On the other hand, if we take another two functions f and g, where f equal to kg, we are taking two function f and g where value of f equal to kg, then these two functions is linearly dependent. How? The Wronskian of f and g, first is fg, but the value of f is kg. Second differentiation, k is constant, g dash. After expanding, the value becomes 0. Thus the Wronskian of two linearly dependent function is identically 0. So if the Wronskian of two function are 0, then it is linearly dependent, and the Wronskian of two function, or two or so, maybe more than 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. is not equal to 0, then this is called linearly independent. From this example, we can construct a theorem. This is, let yn, y2 be two solution of a homogeneous second order linear equation y double dash p of x y dash plus q of x y, where p of x and q are continuous function on the interval, open interval I. Then if y1 and y2 are linearly dependent, then Wronskian of these two functions y and y2 equal to 0 on I. And if y and y2 linearly independent, then Wronskian of y1 y2 is not equal to 0, which we already proved by taking some example previously, right? So this theorem implies that these functions are linearly dependent, and what are the conditions for linearly independent, right? So now we have two definitions: what is linearly independent and linearly dependent function. So definition: n function, these are y1, y2 up to yn, are all linearly dependent if there exists constant. If there exists constant, this is n ta, the c1, c2, cn, not all 0, this constant not all 0, such that c1 y1 c2 y2 plus dot dot cn y1 equal to 0. That is the linear combination of this equal to 0. Then these functions are called linearly dependent. Or if it become identity and equating, if c1 equal to c2 equal to cn equal to 0, then y1, y2, yn are said to be linearly independent, So we are expressing it by simply taking example. Say we are taking three functions, f1x equal to sine 2x, f2x equal to sine x cos x, and f3x equal to e to the. We can make it linearly dependent. So are linearly dependent on the real line, because we can make it linearly dependent making c1 f1 c2 f2 plus c3 f3 equal to 0, but c1 c2 c3 are not all 0. We are taking c1 equal to 1, c2 equal to minus 2, c3 equal to 0, and it always becomes 0 because 1 into f1 is sine 2x, this is sine 2x, minus 2 into f2 sine x cos x, this is minus 2 sine x cos x means minus sine 2x, it becomes cancelled, and 0 into e to the power x equal to 0. So this is the linear combination of these three functions are equal to 0, but the constant, this is 1 minus 2 0, these are not all three 0. So these functions are linearly dependent, right? Now we'll do some example of Wronskian. Suppose show that the function y1x equal to e to the power minus 3x and y2 equal to cos twice x and y3 equal to sine twice x are linearly independent. So we have already seen a theorem that if these functions are linearly independent, then their Wronskian of these three functions must be equal to what? Not equal to 0. So we are taking y1x this given, and Wronskian of these three functions y1, y2, or simply we can write w of x, Wronskian of x. First this three function e to the power 3x cos twice x sin twice x. Then in the second row the derivative of these functions e to the power minus 3 e to the power x cos twice x minus 2 sin x sin twice x 2 cos twice x. And in the third row again second derivative of this or derivative of this. So this is a determinant of 3 by 3. We have to expand it. How we can expand? You have already got in the determinant chapter, higher secondary. So first we are taking e to the power minus 3x, then eliminating this row and this column and this determinant. Similarly minus cos twice x, then eliminating this row and this column and this small determinant. And finally sin twice x equal to eliminating this column and this row and this determinant. So expanding the determinant, e to the power this into this minus this into this, similar this into this minus this into this. Similar process, we are expanding and simple calculation multiplying and simple calculation. Finally we get 26 e to the power minus 3x, which is not equal to 0. So we have the property, if Wronskian of any function is not equal to 0, then the function are linearly independent. So from this we can say that it follows that y1, y2, y3 are linearly independent on any open interval. Right, got it? Now we see this example where some portion is already done that prove that y1 equal to sine 2x and y2 equal to cos 2x are the solution of y double dash plus 4y equal to 0. This is homogeneous equation, and this solution are linearly independent. This portion is new, and this portion is we already done in previous example. So here the given equation is y double dash plus 4y equal to 0. Given y1 equal to sine twice x, we are differentiating y1 dash, y2 dash. If y1 is a solution of 1, then we must have y1 double dash plus 4, and this is y1. Right, 4y1 equal to 0. Now putting the value there, simply after calculation we see that this is 0. That means y1 satisfies this equation. So y1 equal to sine 2x is solution of 1. Similarly, the second function y2 equal to cos 2x, y2 dash and y2 double dash. If y2 is a solution of, then we must have, you done it. You already done this type of problem and solved 4 to 5 examples which was given in your homework. So this is 0. So y2 cos 2x is a solution of 1. Now we have to prove that the given two functions, this is y1 equal to sine 2x and y2 equal to cos 2x are linearly independent. For this we have to show that the solution are linearly independent for this Wronskian of x. That is Wronskian. This first function is sine twice x. Second function is cos twice x. Right? And next row, this is a differentiation of sine twice x to cos twice x. Cos twice x minus 2 sine twice x. So after expanding, this is minus 2, which is not equal to 0. That means Wronskian of x is not equal to 0. That means these two functions are linearly independent. So we are again taking one example. Show that e to the power x sin x and e to the power cos x are linearly independent solution of this. Same problem, only here IVP is there. Initial value is given. And find the general solution y of x with the property y0 equal to, that means x equal to 0, y equal to 2, and y dash 0 equal to 3, x when x equal to 0, y dash equal to minus 3. Same process, given equation is this, we are taking y1 x equal to e to the power x, y2 x, these two functions. So we are differentiating, just differentiate y1 dash and y2 double dash. If y1 equal to this is a solution of 1, then we must have y1 double dash 2 y1 dash plus 2 y1 equal to 0. After putting the values, all these y1 double dash, y1 dash and y1 value, it becomes 0. So you can say that y1 equal to e to the power x sin x is a solution of 1. Similarly, the second part, y2 equal to e to the power cos x, we are differentiating twice and putting the value 0. That means y2 satisfies this equation. So y2 equal to e to the power cos x is solution 1. And we have to show that these two functions are linearly independent. As earlier we have done, if the two functions are linearly independent, then the Wronskian of these two functions must be not equal to 0. To find the Wronskian y1 y2 is given by Wronskian of x equal to first function, second function, and second row derivative of this and derivative of this. After expand this into this minus this into this, we are getting minus e to the power twice, which is not equal to 0. That means Wronskian of x is not equal to 0, and the given two function, that e to the power x into sin x and e to the power x equal to cos x, is linearly independent. One part is over. Just we have to find now the final part, that is the general solution of y of x when this initial value is given. Right? So we already know that the general solution of 1, that is the homogeneous equation, is given by y equal to c1 first function y1 plus c2 y2. Here y1 is given and y2 is this. Same process, we are differentiating y dash and we are getting this value. After differentiation, we will be getting this value. Now use the initial condition. First condition is y equal to 0 equal to y0 equal to 2. Then put these values in 2. That is y equal to 2 when x equal to 0. We are getting 2 equal to c2. That is c2 equal to 2. Next, putting the second initial condition, y dash equal to 0 equal to minus 3. Where you have to put? You have to put in 3. This is y dash. So in place of y dash minus 3 and putting the value c1 0, sin 0 0 and cos 0 1, we have c1 plus c2. And c2 is 2, putting c2, so c1 become minus 5. Just finally, putting the value of c1 and c2 in that equation 2, we are getting y equal to minus 5 e to the power sin x plus 2 e to the power cos x. This is the general solution of 1, right? ঠিক আছে, যদি কিবা বুজা নাই সুধিলবা। Okay.